Robinson, and I'm a leader and a board member with Picture the Homeless. Um, this was a particularly emotional time for us yesterday because homeless people in the city have been marginalized for long periods of time, as we know. Folks are sleeping on the subways and sleeping in parks while our city continues to spend $750 million a year on temporary housing and shelters. So if we take spaces like this and liberate, and folks are very happy to sleep in a tent because it keeps them away from the elements that they're subject to by sleeping in parks, sleeping amongst rats and whatever else might be out there on a given day, they would be very happy to sleep in a space like this. It's a place to call home. So we created a space here yesterday, liberated a space for the community. Community residents have told us of their interest in making a park in this particular space. We need our city to step up and take notice that we're tired of large real estate conglomerates changing the real estate and the fabric in our city. These are our cities. These places are low-income area of color, and we'd like for it to continue that way. Folks that have put their time and sweat equity in a neighborhood should be allowed to stay there. And if we can't get our city and our government to stand up to its obligation that housing is a human right, organizations like Picture the Homeless and its allies will start to liberate spaces like this on a regular basis. And I just want to give a shout out to my buddy Max Ramo in Miami and say New York City is now taking back the land.
All right. Good afternoon, my sisters and brothers. Buenos dias, mis hermanas y hermanos. My name is Earl Coopercamp. I'm the pastor at St. Mary's Episcopal Church in West Harlem. And I want to really thank Picture the Homeless for taking the lead on this action. This lot that we were occupying yesterday is owned by J.P. Morgan Chase, a bank that's been bailed out with billions of dollars recently. This lot, other lots that they own here in East Harlem and throughout this city, that other banks that have also been bailed out by billions are just being warehoused here. Picture the Homeless is doing the right thing to take back the land. And so as Father Frank Morales, who was also arrested yesterday, the housing organizer for Picture the Homeless, said yesterday, we're going to keep up this fight. We're going to take back the land. So thank you very much.
Hey everybody, I am Joe Jordan. I work with Books Through Bars NYC. We send free literature to the incarcerated folk. I also work with the Anarchist Black Cross Federation, does political prisoner support, and Malcolm X grassroots movement, who was invited to be part of this action yesterday. I'm a big fan of Picture the Homeless. I feel like I bonded with the folk. It was a great action. I think that any laws, property relations that don't serve the people and don't contribute to quality of life are not worth observing. So when there are people who don't have homes, and there is perfectly good land that people are willing to pull guns on us to prevent us from using, that is absurd. That is not civilization. People should have housing. People should have food. People should be able to realize their potential. And as long as the pigs and the banks and etc. prevent that from happening, they are enemies. They are the criminals. And we have to do whatever we can to get people to just stop relying on them and take back their land for themselves, because they have never given us anything other than misery.
All right.